Hi, it's Elizabeth Sousa, and I wanted to say hello to everyone, introduce myself to those that I have not met, and I look forward to meeting you. This is one big ISA family, and we're in this together. And so I think it's great to be able to put a face and a voice and a personality and a passion to a name. And so this is my attempt, and I invite you all to do the same. So, life is full of teaching moments, experiences we have in our own life that make us better equipped to now speak about that because we went through it and we know what worked for us and what didn't. And what I'd like to do today is share with you some teachable moments over the past few years with isogenics. So I got started with isogenics about 3.5 years ago, and it was purely about the product. I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, really training my tush off at the gym, eating the perfect diet, and still not getting the results that I wanted. So I finally gave in and opened my mind just slightly to the opportunity that maybe there was something better out there. And as many of you have uncovered for yourselves, isogenics is that answer, filling in those gaps that nutrition and exercise just cannot. I had a wonderful product experience and still had no interest in the business. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and for me, it's always been about being the caregiver, caring for other people. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are saying the same thing. It'd be great to make money, but my priority is not money, right? My priority is helping people. And so I want to share my story, and I'm not so worried about my rank, and I'm not worried about how much money or how many cycles I'm making a week. And that was me. And so I fought the business because I wasn't looking to get rich. I wanted to help people. I wanted to share my story. And I guess at the time I didn't understand that they were one and the same. I didn't get involved in the business until I had the very rare opportunity to sit and have dinner with our formulator, John Anderson. It was a complete coincidence. It was being in the right place at the right time, but I'm a firm believer that there's no such thing as coincidences, and a much higher divine power made that meeting occur. And we closed out the restaurant that evening, and a few of you watching this video were present and were sort of sending me some not so great hand gestures during that dinner, if you remember. But it was great stuff. And what I learned from John Anderson over the course of that dinner was what he was passionate about. This he spoke about purpose and responsibility, and feeling that he couldn't die without sharing with the world a gift that had been bestowed upon him many years before this. And as you all know, John had a really successful career. He came out of retirement to start this company. And as I sat and I listened to this man, not once speak about product, not once speak about business, didn't care what my rank was, didn't care how much product I bought every month, but was just genuinely interested in me as a human being. And I saw in his eyes that burning desire, that burning responsibility to truly impact and change world health. It floored me. It absolutely changed me forever. And when I went to that convention where I met him, I had said to my sponsor that if he brought me into one business seminar, I was going to get on the next airplane out of it. That's how close-minded I was. And after that dinner, I went straight to that same person and I said, I want in. And I wanted in not because I was looking for a company, because I had a plate full of things. My husband and I own two full-time companies, and the thought of taking on something else, I did not have the time for. I didn't feel like I had the energy for or the desire for. But purpose and passion and impacting world health and truly figuring out what it was that I was put on this earth for, or using this as a vehicle to make that happen, yeah, that I was completely in for. And it was something I had been praying for years, and I never knew what that was going to look like. Well, I found it that day. So here I have this undying 100% belief in the product because it changed my life. It changed my family's life. I had this undying belief in the company after going to this convention. And by the way, if you haven't been to an event, you need to go, because this would have never happened to me I had not invested the time in going to this event. The thing I didn't have complete belief in was network marketing, because in my mind, I kept going back to that. This isn't about the money for me. And please don't get me wrong. We all have bills, and I certainly have them as well. And we all need money. I have children going to college and, being able to afford that. But it wasn't what drove me. Passion and purpose and mission and vision is what drove me. So I really had these conflicting thoughts about network marketing. And so I said, you know something? If I'm going to believe in this, I need to go out and find the information. So I started reading books. I started getting magazines on network marketing. And I actually went to an event out in San Diego. It was a generic network marketing event for women. It wasn't about supporting any one company. As a matter of fact, they said if you're here to enroll anybody, you might as well get up and leave, because this is a no enrollment zone. This is us learning from one another. And a woman from a different network marketing company than ours took stage. She was one of the top income earners in her nutrition company, and she was a registered nurse as well. So immediately I related to her. And as she stood there, she says, let me tell you what I've done with my network marketing business. I've opened up an orphanage in India. And all of a sudden, I had this aha moment. It is about the money. Because guess what? When you have the money, when you have the financial freedom, now you can go live out your purpose. Now you can go do that mission work that you wanted to do. You don't have to worry about if you can afford to be away from home for 6 months because you want to go build a school in South America. Not only can you afford to be away for 6 months, but you have the funds to build that school. That's when it started to make a difference for me. And so I wanted to share that with you, because the reality is, if you're going to build a business, if you want to build your dreams come true, you need to be very clear, and you need to have complete, not I know it's a great idea and I see others doing it, but you, for yourself, do you have 100% belief in the products? And if you don't, get the products in your body. Evaluate it for yourself. Don't listen to what I'm telling you. Don't listen to what others are saying. Be the judge of it for yourself. We don't sell anybody bridges, guys. Share the products because they've changed your lives, and they've changed the lives of those you've shared them with. That's why you should be sharing them. Number one, the product. Number two, our company. If you're not fully convinced that we are with the best company in the world, who has made it their mission to change world health and world wealth on a global scale, it's never been about money. It's about the associate. It's about the people. Then you need to get to an event. You need to get on the team phone calls. Build that belief, because when you hear what I've heard and what many of us are hearing, you're going to develop that belief. Thirdly, network marketing. You have to believe in the industry. And if you don't, what are you doing to gain that information? Because the reality is, indifference will get you nowhere in your success. So you may be doing a great job of talking about the products. You may be doing a great job of talking about the company because you know how wonderful it is, and you know how amazing our founders and formulator are. But if you are not fully convinced of the industry, and you can't look somebody in the eyes and with great pride say to them, I'm a network marketer, because you truly understand what that means. It's not about the money. But it reminds me of something that Jimmy Smith said at an Isogenics University in Washington, D.C. just recently. And he stood up on stage, and if you don't know Jimmy Smith, he's Jimmy the Butcher, 86-year-old gentleman, number one income earner in our entire company, has accumulated over $16 million since 2002. This was a butcher. He makes more money in 1 week than he ever made in any one full year of working as a butcher. And Jimmy took stage, right? And he's got this great personality, and everybody relates to him. And he screams out, "Who wants money?" Right? And everybody jumps up, and everybody, yeah. And he goes, "Well, put your hands down, because it's not about the money." So we all fall back in our seats, and we're like, oh boy, we felt so silly. But at the same time, he goes, let me tell you what it's about. You don't do it because of the money, but the money you're going to make is what's going to change your family's life. It's what's going to change the lives of those you touch. He says, that's why you do it. Because poverty can't pull poor people out of poverty, but wealth certainly can. And that's why you do it. So guys, go find that information. Go find what you're lacking. And if you don't know where to look to your leader, look to your sponsor, look to the upline support. Post something on this group page. Ask for the help. We will send you in the right direction. Decide for yourself, because if you're going to do this, be all in, because it will be the best thing you will ever do for your family, for yourself, for your own individual growth. And someday when we die and we look back on our lives, wouldn't it be amazing to say, man, look at the legacy I left. Look at the dent I left in this world. That's what I want, and I know so many of you do too. I love you all, and I wish you all so much wealth and happiness and health.